Hello and welcome back to Still Eligible. I am Jack Pettis to my left, and Ohio State lost. Not even the biggest loss of the weekend. Cardale Jones under the weather. We don't have him today. If you are coming for Cardale Jones, stick around because the real show is Pat and myself. What do you say we get into it? Oh, man.
We'll get him next time is what I just said before the audio was raised.
There's too much going on over here. It wasn't a good fade out of the music. It wasn't a good having your mic ready to roll. Cardale's got me messed up, but he'll be back. He said he's going to join us later this year. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you were coming for a Cardale, but like I said, it's the Pat and Jack show.
You stay for us, though.
You stay for us. So, yeah, I mean, let's just address the elephant in the room off the bat. The SE curse, I don't know if it's real, but I hate that it happened the way it did. Ohio State goes down to Oregon this weekend. It was great to be back. The shoe was absolutely rocking. One of the loudest, if not the loudest, that I've ever heard it in my time being there. First loss I've ever been a part of inside the shoe. Just a weird experience overall. Obviously, defense wins championships or the defense loses to Oregon.
Yeah, that was not a great effort on the defensive end.
No, they ran the ball left, and then they ran it left again, and then again, and there's a guy in the office next to us also mad about it. So
yeah, he's on a conference call. All hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
On duck.
On duck. Yeah, it wasn't our day. I mean, CJ Stroud did great. 600 plus yards of total offense, so you can't complain about that. But defense wasn't looking great by any means. I walked into the tunnel to upload pictures or whatever of that Jackson Smith touchdown that came right to me in the end zone. And when I was walking back out, I heard it was quiet. The shoe was quiet. So normally, someone's hurt, whatever. There's no TVs down there. You don't know what's going on. And I'm walking back out of the tunnel and just see Josh Proctor rolling up the ramp with a leg cast on. I'm like, all right, well, that's great.
I will say, as a Michigan fan, I don't know if this is the best segue, but I'll just say it. I had a much more pleasant experience this time around than I did when I was younger. Granted, it was not the Michigan-Ohio State game, and I've been told that it ramps up for that.
It was fun. It was a good weather, good day. Like I said, bump and shoe. Good to be back in the shoe with fans. Totally different experience. But, yeah, not the result we wanted. 2 touchdown underdogs coming into it for Oregon, and the speed kills, offensive line kills, veteran QB, just hand the ball off, and they just took the edge on the Buckeyes, and yikes, they took it hard. So yeah, I'm not happy, but here we are. Ohio State, I'm sure you've seen this everywhere. The year they won the Natty, Cardale helped get them there, but they lost week 2 and ended up taking it all home. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done before they're back in that conversation. But who knows? Maybe the Pac-12 is back. Biggest win for the Pac-12 in a long time.
I mean, we can just keep talking about the weekend if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're just I know
I'm
you're
a
just
sad man.
You're just bummed.
I'm a sad man. One thing that I think is funny, and it's weird, and if you follow us on social media, you've seen this. If you don't, follow us on social media. It's Still Eligible.
You should.
On all social media channels. But we do this. We've been doing this recap, end of the game, like teams having fun, teams dancing, teams doing whatever. And honestly, it's been cool to be a part of 2 big upsets or 2 big games. But it's the thing that we don't take into consideration that I thought about afterwards is like the what's it called? The Penn State at Wisconsin game. We're in the face of these Penn State players, and we're wearing these overalls.
Yeah, badgeralls. Red and white.
And then last week, you were wearing a black Still Eligible shirt, so you looked normal.
I look neutral.
But I'm just decked out in Ohio State shoes, visor, polo, and like in the face of these guys trying to get some video for us. And I'm like, what am I doing? I look like a complete idiot.
And they still gave you foot. I mean, I think
one guy gave me Nux.
Yeah. Yeah, just having a camera, I find like they will play to the camera for sure, but I mean, I was able to get right up in there. I mean, I don't know, we kind of have a little bit of a blueprint in that. Like, it's kind of funny. I mean, I've never done this before. You've never done this before. Like we have ideas for content, but like that was something you just did week one and just kind of was on the field. Now we kind of do it. It's kind of like a reoccurring thing. So looking forward to
keep it rolling.
Jumping on more bandwagons.
Crystal Ball had the team ready to roll. One thing that I thought was cool after the game, and you and I heard it, and I don't know how many people actually heard it, but they wanted to take a picture of the Oregon Duck in his chair on the field, and he goes, "Do whatever you want, but just don't do it on the block O." He goes, "We're not Oklahoma." And I don't know. I feel like that was pretty cool. I mean, everyone knows the last time Ohio State lost in the shoe was to Baker Mayfield and the Oklahoma Sooners with a flag plant, which I'm a Baker guy, but
the flag plant heard around the.
It was just a bad weekend for me. The Browns. I tweeted about the Browns like kicking butt, and they lose. Ohio State loses.
You're not in a good place.
I'm all right. It's a new week. I'm excited to where we're going this week. We'll be announcing that tomorrow, Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, 132 missed texts after the game. I appreciate everyone letting me know that Ohio State lost. Appreciate everyone. Yeah, like I wouldn't have known that without you. So the text really does mean a lot, and I think I still have about 30 to get through. I probably won't respond to you at this point, but yeah, thanks for reaching out.
Yeah, no, it's good. You're running around on game day. You might not be able to pay attention to the game, and so people are trying to fill you in.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that. It's hard to stay up to date on every single thing that's going on, but I had a pretty up close and personal view of everything that happened on Saturday. So
I mean, I had a near-death experience.
You did.
I had. This is so prior to working in the kind of the sports media industry, like the only thing I ever really knew was like sometimes the camera guys like get decked. Like literally, that's all I knew. I didn't know about any of the hype videos. I just would watch them or whatever. So I kind of had that full circle moment where I almost got decked on Saturday. I kept filming the play for too long, and then just out of the corner of my eye, I just see it was the Ohio State wide receiver running right towards me. I just used some old lacrosse agility drills, just got out of the way. But like
sideways shuffle.
People were texting me, not 132 times, but just saw you, like, stay on your toes kind of thing. But it was close. Like I'll upload the footage.
Yeah.
Kind of a shooter the shot moment, but it was very, very close. I lucked out.
It's all good. It's always good when still eligible to get some FaceTime on the
Natty TV. Yeah.
Yeah. So we appreciate that. I got some FaceTime. I got 2 FaceTimes, I believe. The one touchdown that came right to me that I just talked about, and then there was an overthrown Garrett Wilson ball that was coming right into the corner of the end zone, and it was overthrown like every other pass that game. Don't get me started. And that one bounced, one hopped it right into my hand, and some of the photographers I know from my time at Ohio State were giving me ups on the sidelines, a good catch and all that stuff. I think they cut from the TV too quick.
Yeah, but should have held on you.
Coach Day, I am still eligible. So.
Yeah.
You didn't see me drop that pass.
No, you have good hands.
So, I mean, Pat, let's just run through. I mean, I think we're doing this reverse order. We'll get to Preciate Ya in a second, but just want to talk about your time at Ohio State real quick. I mean, it was a fun trip overall. You got to see some stuff you probably wouldn't have been able to see in your maize and blue. Maize is a disgusting color, but you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I disagree, but yeah, so we got to see Sandra. She picked us up from the airport. We got lunch with her. Shout out Sandra.
Yep.
Ben Wartsky, I would argue, was the MVP of the weekend. Our guy, Jack's, works Jack's old role, kind of stepped in and
lives my life.
Lives his life. Lives in his house. Literally lives in his room.
Does
same
everything.
room.
Yeah.
Just like
elite shooter. He went down to Cincinnati and shot the Bengals game the next day. So
my man loves content.
He's a content king. Thanks for showing him around. All the people in the Ohio State media team gave us some access over there, as you saw in our Instagram story. We got some nice pictures in the recruit room. Maybe that's why C.J. Stroud. I mean, he still had a good day, but maybe I jinxed him.
Maybe that's also a curse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know anymore. It was a long day, but fun Thursday. Friday, we hit Roosters, which is awesome.
It was everything you said it would be.
And more.
Yeah.
Hit Roosters, hit campus, interviewed the iDaughter. We got some of those videos coming today.
Yep.
And what else? We kind of just did that on Friday, and then Saturday was game day, and I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, I mean, early start as is tradition with this role, but I mean, I was waiting for Skull Session kind of all morning. Like, we got some interviews in. I think we got some funny stuff for sure. We've kind of figured out how that works, how to be I mean, we were editing at like a tailgate table, which I think is like kind of funny. Just like you're looking around, everybody's like drinking and playing beer pong. We're just like exporting in Premiere.
Thrown in Instagram dimensions. Guy brought me a Mick Ultra, so it was a good day.
That was just a funny visual. And then I think kind of the first really notable thing was we got all that done. It was like 9:30 something, a little bit before. I know 9:45 was when the skull session started, and you just walked me right in front of the podium where like what's the name of his role? Like is it conductor? It's not conductor. It's
the dude that leads the band.
Leads the band.
Yeah,
technically a conductor, but I mean I digress. So
I'm looking it up.
You said just literally kneel here and don't move, and I was like. No joke. Like I didn't know when they were going to start. I was kneeling for like 15 minutes. My knees are like.
No, I bet.
I need the Farkas knee pads. But I will say like the band rolled in. It's a crazy experience. Like seeing that indoors, seeing the fans getting so hype, and everyone around me was trying to get that spot, and they were like kind of nudging me. Someone was even like tapping in my backpack. I think trying to like kind of get me to move. And I was like, dude, I'm not moving. I'm getting this shot. So. You just knew all the spots all weekend. I think that was like
director of the marching band.
Got it.
I don't know why that was so hard.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't think of that earlier, but
yeah, I put you in the right spot. Yeah. I walked in with the team because I just was like, we need to get this shot. Mm-hmm. Pat, do not move. I'll be back. Trust me. And you just held your ground, held it strong.
You were being a director.
Hey, there it is.
But you also got some sweet shots. That the flyover shot. I know you were calling it last episode that you wanted to get it.
I wanted it.
You got it with Brutus.
Yeah, I wanted to get Olave and Wilson, and then all the TV crew was around them and whatever, which makes sense. And I just saw Brutus chilling out there by himself, and I was like, well, let's just go get one of Brutus, and flew right over him. And yeah, it's good when you can plan out a shot and execute it. So
yeah,
that was good for the gram.
Yeah, like we said, we both got on TV. That I mean, as far as game action went, that was pretty cool. And as far as kind of what we do during the game, it's not always just filming game action. We're trying to get like some atmospheric stuff. Like we kind of do it all. Like we're trying to get game action, atmosphere stuff, our own stuff. It's like constantly going back and forth. And from week one, I will say also I did secure the bag. I didn't lose the camera bag. That helped a lot in terms of pumping out some more content. We were both on the field before the game in time. But some of the, I mean, I got to hang out with like the Oregon Duck a lot and Brutus a little bit.
I gotta get you those pictures. Yeah, I got a good picture of Pat just chilling with the Oregon Duck.
They're, I'd say we've already hung out with like the three best mascots in college football because Buckeye is like one of my favorites from Wisconsin. So
we're big mascot guys around here.
We like them a lot. We have yet to do like a TikTok with them, which we need to work on.
Yeah,
but
it's hard. They're busy. We're busy.
Yeah. Yeah, but they do like address us and point at us, which is cool.
I got a video with Brutus at the start of the fourth quarter that I don't even think we post. Oh, I didn't post, and I was just like, Brutus, fourth quarter, let's go. Yeah, turns out that would have been probably good to post.
Yeah,
nah, probably not. Like it doesn't matter.
I mean, you can just claim the service was poor.
I'll save it for another game or something.
There you go.
I have a note on here: post game backflips. So I'm 2 for 2 on missing post game backflips, but almost being kicked in the face.
Really?
Yeah, they did it last week. I don't know who did it both weeks. Someone did it for Penn State. Someone did it for Oregon. They did their little roundhouse backflip. I don't know if that's the proper terminology. Not a gymnast. But, yeah, it was literally right next to me both times. And, like, they're, like, mid-tumble as I'm, like, realizing it's happening. I'm like, it's too late, and I just keep moving forward. But, yeah, I almost got kicked in the face. Like, literally almost got kicked in the face. I don't know if there's we can watch the end of the game and they have that clip or anything, but – yeah, it was bad. So,
jeez.
Yeah, just a little weekend recap. I mean, overall, great time. I mean, like I said, shoe is rocking.
If I can enjoy a game at Ohio State as a Michigan fan, I think that's kind of like the best endorsement. Like, in no way am I saying, I love Ohio State by any means, but I had a pleasant time, and it was a cool experience. That's about the most glowing review I can get.
That's all I can ask for. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I love how Ohio Stadium is built up and not out. And I'm not talking crap about building or stadiums that are built out, but like you heard how loud it was in there.
Like
I said, it was one of the loudest I've ever heard it. And I thought Ohio State was going to pull it out there at the end. I was saying that on our IG story, but yeah, it was. They're just typically like if they have a bad game, they're a second half team. I've said it tons of times.
Yes,
but they normally find a way to win that game. And like the games that they have lost have either been to elite teams like Clemson and Alabama or whatever, or they've just been blowouts like Purdue. So I don't know. I thought we had it. I don't think we deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Oregon. Much love. I think Ohio State fans are actually being very hospitable at the end of the game, which I was not expecting, but not the greatest game, not the greatest outcome. But, yeah, we should see what that defense looks like moving forward.
I mean, I said this the other day. Like, if you're going to lose, given the playoff format, you want to do it early. So get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
So they were just being strategic with that loss.
Yeah. So that's that. I think it's our Ohio State recap. Am I missing anything?
No, I mean, I guess even Michigan fans can enjoy time in Columbus, I think is the overall overarching theme there.
Shout out my guy Jim too. I think I briefly talked to you about Jim, but I was not in great shape on the airplane.
Yeah, you were
coming
tired.
Back. Yeah, tired is part of it, and I was not at my full self. I still don't know if I'm at my full self, but that's just strictly because I need Ohio State to
pick it
bring
up.
me back up. I think we'll be all right against Tulsa. But yeah, he was the nicest guy ever. He's probably hopefully listening to this podcast. He told me he was gonna listen to it, so if not,
He better be.
if not, I don't know what to say. But Jim, great dude. We talked Buckeyes for most of the flight. I had to get a little nap in. Had to throw some water on the face at some point.
In the bathroom or in your seat?
In the bathroom.
Okay.
He got up and he actually went into the back and waited on me. I don't know if he knew I was hurting or if he just wanted to stretch the legs. But shout out Jim, great guy. So
if you need that next time, I'll ask for a water cup and just throw it in your face.
Well, normally I'm on the aisle, and it was a packed flight back to Dallas, and I was in the window, and at one point I had to open up like the actual window and like just get some air on me, and I was not in a good spot. So
the first thing I thought when you said that was like open the window. I was like, you can't do that on a plane. That's not good.
I slid the window up. Yeah, I did not break it down. So.
Got it. Okay. Well, we can still fly to games next week then. That's good.
There we go.
You want to do some Appreciate Ya's real quick?
Let's hop right into it.
Yeah, so this is a segment we do kind of based off your catchphrase. You always tell people you appreciate them. We like to tell people in sports and out of sports, a lot of college football heavy stuff right now, obviously, but people who do cool stuff that we appreciate. So this first one, I don't know if you saw the picture going around. It's kind of going viral today. Florida State lineman Brady Scott proposed to his girlfriend after the loss to Jacksonville State.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
not a great look. I mean, you're going to talk about it, I'm sure, but the whole family was in town or whatever, so I get why you have to do it, but yeah, probably not the best time. Like, I'm sure, Coach, you come back in the locker room and he's like, I'm kind of pissed, but I'm kind of happy for you. I don't really know where to begin.
Yeah, I've seen some people do it at practices before, and that's kind of like a great spot in terms of regardless of the outcome, like you're not going to lose. I do understand the angle of you want to schedule that as someone who's done so many marriage proposals on the field. You want to schedule that for like the game you're most likely to win.
And that's probably why he did it for that game.
And that's just tough. I mean,
now you're 0-2.
Now you're 0-2, but I mean, he's getting some hate online. I think it's a little unfair. I mean, how does the saying go? It's like in sickness and in health, in victories and last minute Hail Marys against teams that you were favored to beat by 26 points, right?
That's
okay.
That's it in a nutshell.
So, Brady Scott, I know you're getting some hate. I mean, I understand it. It's unfortunate that you lost, but I mean, you had to.
But you won for the rest of your life.
And yeah, you won. Best of luck in your marriage. I know he posted his registry. Maybe we'll look up his registry and see if there's something little on there we can chip in for. But Brady Scott, appreciate you.
Oh, love it. Well, outside of Jim from the airplane, Jack Cohn, Notre Dame TD, beat Florida State last week, but this week he popped his finger back. Well, the trainer popped his finger back into place and then immediately came back in the game and threw the game-winning TD the next play. They were down by 5 against Toledo with 1:13 left in the game, which is just a problem in the first place. We were watching that game pretty closely, and then sure enough, he comes back in, throws the game-winning touchdown over the middle after hitting his finger on defensive player's helmet. So, yeah, I mean, it reminded me of when Kobe had his finger pop back into place against the Spurs and came back and balled. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's just a cool little tidbit there, and they should have beat Toledo by more than what they did. But a win's a win, and I'm all about Jacks, and I'm all about keeping your fingers intact. So, Jack Cohn, appreciate you.
Yeah, I will start this next one by saying I'm not a cat guy. I'm a big dog guy for anyone who knows.
Team dogs here at Stall.
Yeah, I actually just don't like cats. I know that's a little harsh, but I hate seeing animals getting injured.
Win again.
Exactly, and I'm not a monster. So this next one kind of caught my eye. My Instagram Explorer page is entirely dogs. So the fact that a cat can catch my eye is pretty crazy. Yeah. But Miami versus App State at Hard Rock Stadium, some students looked up and they noticed a cat that was kind of dangling, off the top of the student section. And
I hate when that happens.
And there were a few moments before the cat was going to fall. Some fans grabbed an American flag, kind of did a little bit of a trampoline, fire rescue type situation
just
kind
of
thing.
Just like you see in the movies.
Just like you see in the movies. Cat was safe. Cat fell, but was safe. And Manny Diaz, Miami's coach, was quoted as saying, "I don't know anything about that or what was going on, but I'll tell you, if the cat can help our red zone offense, I'll see if we can get it a scholarship." So I guess the fans appreciate you, but also the cat for being safe appreciate you.
Yeah.
Which is hard for me.
That's a stretch, but
as a dog person.
My next one's Calvin Austin III, KA3. I just can't, or CA3. Wow, I blew that. One of the wildest games of the weekend. Memphis beat Arkansas State 55-50. Both teams ended the night with 680 total yards, 999 through the air.
What?
Yeah.
That's not a typo?
No, that is. Oh, well, it's real. I looked it up. As the next line, a real defensive showdown. Calvin Austin, 239 yards, 3 TDs on 6 catches.
Jeez.
Fourth FBS player since 2000 to rack up 235-plus yards, 3 TDs on 6 or fewer catches. They went for 55, 9, 13, 50, and 37 yards. The last one was 75 yards for the game-winning touchdown. So, yeah, I mean, he was balling. He was balling on no budget, but he was, well, I don't know if he's got an NIL deal.
Maybe.
He might. We'll have to look into it. But, yeah, Calvin Austin III from Memphis. Appreciate you.
I feel like a 9 and a 13, that's not a bad, I mean, the 9 could be a first down depending on the yardage, but that seems unimpressive when you look at the other catches.
Yeah,
every other catch was
Yeah, I wonder what that equals out to. I mean, it's probably an average of, and I'm not good at math, but
yeah,
most of those are over 30.
Does that mean
39-yard average?
Median mode?
I don't know. But yeah, I think
use PEMDAS?
The median? Median.
Do you have to use PEMDAS to figure that out?
I don't know. Carry the one. It's prime. Yeah, so I don't know what we're talking about anymore. But we're going to throw it to our interview with Cardale. Yeah, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
We're going to have Cardale later this season.
Yep.
We're going to come back on the other side, recap our locks for you, and let you go. We got another podcast coming Thursday, and we have a big interview next week.
Yep.
Barring all sickness. So
yes.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to Still Eligible. I am Jack. That is Pat. And we are ready to give you our locks recap from last week. Pat, why don't you get things kicked off because you're the only one that did well.
You okay, Jack?
No, it was a rough weekend for me. I went 1-4. You went 4-1. You go.
I had a good week. Oregon, I mean, what can I say? Doing things out of spite works sometimes, but also I look at analytics and I check injury reports and all that. So took Oregon as the underdog. They ended up winning. That was great. That's a dub. Speaking of dubs, my other, I guess my favorite live mascot, but Washington did not do great, even though they have dubs. Didn't get the dub. Michigan pulled that one out. Did you know Blake Corum can squat 315 pounds for 25 reps?
No.
I've never said that on the podcast before. I've also never said this on the podcast before. He ran for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, and it was a maze out, and the stadium looked great. So
that maze out was gross. Those jerseys, the all blue jerseys, all of it was gross. Your first 2 picks are just the most bandwagon team up north thing I've ever heard in my life, and I expect nothing less from you.
Moving on, Iowa State. I picked the under at 46.5. It was 44 points total.
You did pick Iowa State to win the game. I know that wasn't for the record, but I was on the Iowa bandwagon. I just want to go out there and say that. So not that counts as a win, but I'm counting it as an internal win.
Sure. Iowa is now ranked in the top 5, which is kind of crazy to say.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're number 5. So they're barely in there. Pittsburgh versus Tennessee. I picked Tennessee. Pittsburgh won bigger than I thought they would. Eric and Taylor, I'm never picking a game for you guys ever again. I was super excited to get them a win. That did not work out. Hopefully they still support the podcast and hopefully the travel show as well, because as we've stated, that would be weird to only support one. Pat Narduzzi is now 2-6 on the road against Power 5 teams. Let's see what else. Notre Dame versus Toledo. Picked the over at 55.5, 61 points total. Really glad, like you said, that Jack Cohn popped his finger back into place.
Yeah,
that might not have hit had he not done that.
That was a game changer.
So 4-1, pretty good week.
Yeah, you'll take that. 1-4 for me. We'll start with the Buckeyes. Just to recap, just a horrible performance, top to bottom. Defense needs to figure it out. DBs need to figure it out. D-line needs to figure it out. Everybody needs to figure it out. Offense is clicking. There's too many overthrown balls. I think that is okay. That's fixable. CJ Stroud, I'm not coming after you. I think you won back-to-back freshman of the weeks in the Big Ten. So stats don't lie. But, yeah, I mean, just not good overall. I don't need to continue to talk about this because I'm losing sleep. So moving on, Texas at Arkansas. I took under 57 because I was like, it's going to be a running game. Arkansas ran for 333 yards, so I was right in that regard. Texas just had 256 yards of total offense, so not great there. 61 total points at the end, 40-21. The fans in Fayetteville look elite, look all time. Shout out the Hogs. I mean, they led 16-0 at half, and then they ended up tearing down the goalposts after the game. I don't think that they've played Texas since they haven't beat Texas since 1981 in Fayetteville. So that's good. Good for them. You know, you love to see some Razorbacks doing Razorback things. So hopefully they can keep that rolling, and one day Texas will join them over there in the SEC.
You want to hear a quick correction?
Yeah, please.
Pat Narduzzi is 2-6 on the road versus Power 5 non-conference foes.
Oh.
Not just Power 5 teams. That would be weird considering he usually plays Power 5 teams.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't even catch you on that.
Yep.
Stanford at USC. I took USC minus 17. This was just a horrible pick. I mean, in the past 15 minutes, Clay Helton's been fired and is no longer even the coach at USC. So Stanford came ready to play. Nathaniel Peets, 87-yard TD, first 5 minutes of the game. The sideline judge there was just going stride for stride with him down the sideline. Very impressive. USC might want to look at
eligibility.
That guy.
Yeah, any eligibility?
Big rebound from their loss to Kansas State. USC, I mean, you guys got to figure it out. And I tried to show you some love, try to take you, try to give you the points. Now you don't have a coach, and yeah, so good luck with that. Just brutal all the way around. Texas A&M, I took them 16.5 points. Yeah, they won 10-7. They scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter to win the game. just not great from Jimbo Fisher. And, so he's got to get that figured out by the time they play Alabama. As I told you, they're going to blow these teams out week to week and get geared up. I don't think winning by 3 against Colorado is going to really prepare you well.
Probably not a good litmus test.
No. And last but not least, my only win of the weekend. And when I say only win of the weekend, I mean literally my only win of the weekend. Eastern Michigan at Wisconsin. I took the Badgers with 25 points. They won 34-7, so 27 points.
All right.
Keep it close. Graham Mertz, he's back. Papa Mertz, I told you, he was talking about the wrong week, but here we are. So that's just a quick little recap for you guys. A quick episode for you today. We wish Cardale could have joined us, but we got him coming up. So appreciate you tuning in. We got another episode Thursday. We're announcing tomorrow where we're headed. We're excited about this week.
It's a fun trip coming up.
As we are every week.
Yeah.
So make sure to follow us on social media.
Yep.
I said it once. I'll say it again. @StillEligible on YouTube. Be a subscriber. Shout out Jim if if you made it all the way through your first podcast. It means a lot. We appreciate you. And until Thursday, we're still eligible.
Yeah. Talk to you Thursday, I guess.
See ya.
See ya.